Hey guys, welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to use Hero Form for your Palafin. This dolphin over here actually turns into one hell of a monster in the game. So if you look at Palafin's base stats for its just normal self, it has 100 HP, 70 attack, 72 defense, 53 special attack, really bad special attack, and then 62 special defense as well as 100 speed. But if you go ahead and you look at its hero form has 100 HP, 160 attack. That is the strongest attacking Pokemon that you can get in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet as of right now. Its defense, special attack, and special defense also go up, but it still retains its 100 speed. And its two weaknesses are electric and grass type attacks, so you should know. Now every single Palafin has the ability to go to hero mode. In fact, I renamed mine All Might because it reminds me so much of All Might. Now if you go ahead here and look at its ability, 0 to hero, every single Palafin you catch is going to have this ability. And the way this ability works is that every time it switches out of a battle, it will turn into its hero form. Right now you can see it has 262 attack on the top right there on the stats. But if I go and I run into a random Pokemon quickly here, and we just kind of engage and show you how this works. So we're in the battle right now. So Palafin has to be in the battle, and what you do is basically just swap out to another Pokemon, or you can use the move Flip Turn that Palafin learns upon evolving into Palafin, which is a move that allows it to attack for 60 water type damage and then immediately switch out to another Pokemon. In this case, I'm going to just go here and I'm going to go swap into Glamora, and then we're going to swap back into Palafin. Okay, so Glamora is on the field right now, and we can actually go to Pokemon, and we can go see here, All Might is now in a different picture. You can see here it's in its hero form, but if we go ahead and check its summary, let's go look at it. Its attack is now 460. 460 is insane. That's a big attack number. That means when you attack something, you are going to destroy things. So we're going to go ahead and swap that one back into the field. Now, since you are a water type, your water damage type moves are going to do a lot of damage, not just from your general attack, but from your water typing itself. And water typings are able to hit every single Pokemon in the game, but are super effective against a few. Now, there's a few options you can use here. The highest and hardest hitting and the most accurate is going to be Liquidation, which does 85 power damage for 100% accuracy and also may lower the target's defense. So if the first hit doesn't kill them, the second one definitely will. And in this case, I mean, we're up against a level 52 Heracross. We're going to one-shot everything out in the wild. We also have the move Flip Turn that we talked about earlier, where you can also use this as a way to swap out to another Pokemon in your party. It will actually swap out to the next one that isn't waiting, so it will be the number 2 Pokemon right behind this one. Alternatively, if you don't want to use Liquidation and you want something that has a little bit more speed to it, you can actually go for Jet Punch. Now, this move always goes first, but you have the con to it where it has 60 power instead of Liquidation's 85, but you do get to go first. So if your Pokemon that you're up against is like a Dragapult, and you know it's going to hit you really hard and might hit you first, and you're worried that it might kill you, then your best chance is to go with a Jet Punch and hope that it does enough damage to take out the Dragapult. So in general, you need to decide between Jet Punch and Liquidation most of the time, and for any of your counters, you have some Ice Punch over here. You gotta use Ice Punch, which basically is just an Ice-type punch for 75 attacking power, which is incredibly strong against things that are weak to Ice. You'll most likely one-shot them with this move if it is super effective against them. For the sake, we're just going to use Liquidation just to show you how strong this is. Kaboom! Yes, of course, that was a one-shot. But here are some clips of some ranked gameplay of me using this in a ranked match, doing it successfully well. However, it doesn't counter everything. It does hit what it hits really hard, and it is able to defeat many Pokemon. The hardest thing you're going to need to work with is that every single time you swap out this Pokemon, the next Pokemon that's going to go in is most likely going to get hit first. So you got to be very careful with what you send into battle next. Other than that, if you can get a Palafin over there in hero mode, it is going to perform incredibly well. In terms of the one we used in this video over here, you can see here we have the held item that is the Choice Band, which allows us to boost our attack stat by basically 50% of its original amount, which makes it incredibly strong, but limits us to using a single move. So unfortunately, I can't use like Flip Turn and then swap down to Liquidation. So you might have to change the item of choice that you hold if you want to be able to use a variety of moves. In terms of our nature, we are using the Adamant nature that increases our physical attack, but decreases our special attack. So remember, Adamant nature is the one that we're using here. In terms of EV training, we have EV trained attack and HP. So that's 252 EVs into HP, 252 EVs into attack, and I put 1 EV into speed. You could also swap this up and go for a higher speed build and go 252 into speed instead of HP, but because we're swapping out, we might be low HP and we might be coming into on like stealth rocks or something that's going to damage us as soon as we come in. I want to be as bulky as possible so that I can use liquidation as many times as possible. This build specifically is around using Choice Band. Now, Palafin can be created in many different ways, many different builds, but this is just the one that I'm sharing, the one that I used in this video over here. I hope you guys took inspiration from it, and thank you so much for watching.